So I analyzed 10,357 pieces of content, all in the search of discovering what makes a video go viral. And after implementing some of the things I found, I was able to generate over 20 million views on my Instagram Reels and over 15 million views on my TikToks. These viral videos helped me grow my online audience to over 300,000 followers across platforms and has helped me scale my one-person business to heights I didn't even know existed. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you everything I learned. So I've broken this video down into 3 sections. So firstly, we'll cover the 3 biggest mistakes that are destroying your content. Secondly, I'll reveal the 5 video hooks that the top creators are using right now to steal your attention. And then we'll wrap things up by covering a new strategy that only 1% of creators are using to help make their videos go viral. So let's kick things off with the 3 biggest mistakes that are destroying your content. So number 1, stop introducing yourself, because nobody gives a f. And this is so important when it comes to short form content, because these days people's attention spans are so small. And on platforms like Instagram and TikTok, your viewers are just one swipe away from never seeing your content. You need to use the first 1 to 3 seconds of your video to hook in your viewer, and you need to stop them from scrolling away. And don't worry, in the next section of this video, I'll be sharing with you the top hooks that the top creators are using right now. But in the meantime, just remember, stop introducing yourself. But moving on to the second mistake, and that is using multiple call to actions. So I'm sure you've watched the video where at the end, they tell you to like, comment, share, save, and follow for more tips. And let's be real, did you do any of them? Probably not, right? And this is because when you give someone too many options, they start to feel overwhelmed and don't end up choosing anything. So when you're scripting out your content, you need to be clear on what the goal of this video is. So are you using this piece of content to grow your audience, make money, or drive traffic to a free product? Whatever the goal is, you need to commit to one thing, and you want to use your call to actions to achieve this goal. So just remember, 1 call to action per video. But now moving on to the third mistake that creators are making with their content, and that is providing advice when you need to be providing actionable advice. So what's the difference? So let's say you're a fitness coach and you're wanting to create content that helps people build more muscle. So instead of saying you need to lift weights and eat more protein, you want to say something like you need to lift 5 times a week and eat 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of your body weight. So basically, you want to be more specific on the exact steps your viewer should take, and you want to provide them with the roadmap to their goals. But now moving on to part 2 of this video, and that is the top hooks creators are using right now to steal your attention. So firstly, we have the negative hook. And an example of this hook could be these 3 content mistakes are destroying your account. So using negative words like stop, mistakes, and exposing your hooks will pique your viewers' interest because it implies they may be doing something wrong. And do you like doing things wrong? Me neither. That's why people will continue watching your videos. But next, we have the controversial hook. And an example of this hook could be, I hate to say this, but I actually like iPhones better than Androids. And the reason this hook works so well is because it's polarizing and it forces your viewer to pick a side. And I personally use the controversial hook for this video where I asked which camera is better, Sony or Canon. And this led to a debate in my comments, which helped boost the overall engagement. And as we can see, this video received over 1 million views. But moving on, we have the numbers hook. And an example of the numbers hook could be 17 life lessons that will transform the next 5 years of your life. And the reason this hook works so well is because when you use odd numbers, it can create a pattern interrupt, which helps grab your viewers' attention. Using numbers can also be used as social proof in your hooks. So for example, I've helped 357 creators make 5K per month by doing this one thing. But moving on, we have the curation hook. So an example of this hook could be, I analyzed 762 pieces of content, and here are the 3 biggest mistakes content creators are making. This hook works so well because you're giving the viewer the most important information about a topic, and you're doing it in a way where they don't have to do any research themselves. And if you notice, this is the hook I use for this video. But now lastly, we have the question hook. Are you worried about inflation? Are you struggling to post content consistently? Are you sick and tired of not having enough money? So the question hook works so well because you're first pointing out a problem your viewer is facing, which then piques their interest to continue watching. Just remember, when using this hook, be sure to ask questions that are relevant to your target audience. But now, that's the top 5 hooks that creators are using right now to steal your attention. And I've put together a list of my top 30 proven hooks, and if you want a copy of this for free, you can click the link below to download it. But now, moving on to part 3 of this video, and we're now going to cover the little known strategy that creators are using right now to help make their videos perform even better. And it's called the pre-post warm-up strategy. And this is how it works. So firstly, in the morning, you're going to post 2 stories to start engaging with your audience. And the first story could be something simple of you working or starting your day. The second story, you want to post a poll asking your audience a question that you know will get good engagement. So for example, for my niche, I could ask something like, which cameras are better, Sony or Canon? And I know something like this will receive a bunch of engagement because it's a polarizing topic within the content creation niche. From here, you're going to wait a few hours, and then around lunchtime, you want to go back on your previous post and start replying to all the comments and really engage with your audience. So this can also include replying to any DMs you may have. Now, 1 to 2 hours before you post, you want to start liking and commenting on other creators' posts within your niche. And personally, when I do this, I try to aim for at least 20 different accounts, and I try to make my comments as authentic as possible. I also try to provide any value to their audience. But now finally, you want to upload your video 30 to 45 minutes before your account's peak time. And you can find this out by opening up your analytics and then go into audience and then finding your peak times. Once you've uploaded your video, you want to share the post to your story by clicking the share button and then add to story. And for the first hour of your video going live, you want to reply to any comments that you get on your post. And a pro tip is to reply to your comments with questions. So for example, if someone says something like, awesome post man, thanks so much, you could reply with something like, thanks for watching, which tip did you like the best? And this will help prompt your audience to engage with your content even further, while also providing feedback on which parts of your content you can double down on. But there we have it. That is the key takeaways I learned from analyzing 10,357 pieces of content. And if you want to see a behind the scenes look at the exact content creation system that I used to gain over 300,000 followers, you can check out this video here.